As you can see, I have a plethora of JBL speakers on the table because I've been mulling through them to figure out which one is actually the best. This is my raw and unfiltered opinion. I bought all these speakers on my own, so what I'm telling you is honestly just what I think. Please use the affiliate links below because that's the only way I can afford to buy these speakers. Also, is it just me or do all JBL speakers look like barrels? First up, and fun size, we have the JBL Go 3. This is the Eco version, which is no different from the normal version, except that it has more recycled material in it. And it looks beautiful, though if you put it on its back, it'll start vibrating around, which is less than ideal because it kind of feels like you should put it that way. The sound quality, it's okay. For the price, it's not bad, and for the style, it doesn't have any party boost mode, so it can't actually link up to other speakers. What I would probably recommend over this would be the Tribit Micro 2. It's about the same price, and this thing sounds way louder than this guy, and it's about the same size. Plus, it has a strap here that you can attach to other things. The little strap here is more for aesthetics than actual use because it doesn't actually come off straps. Ah! The JBL Go 3, I give a fashionable 4 out of 10, just because it doesn't sound that great. If the Go 3 isn't enough speaker for you, well, check out the Clip 4 here. This is probably a decent step up for some of you. It's got 10 hours of battery life, and the clip thing here actually works. So you can clip it onto stuff and take it around with you. The bass is just ever so slightly better on this. You can stick it on its back here and it won't move around when it starts playing. I've heard the battery can last up to about 19 hours on this at moderate listening. And overall, it's a nice speaker. It just doesn't have party mode or anything like that. I would say that if you really want a little bit better sound, consider the Klipsch Austin here or the Tribit Micro 2. These are gonna give you a lot more sound for their buck. They're not as fun looking. The JBL Clip 4, I give a 6 out of 10. The JBL Flip 6. This is one of my old favorites. This is one of the first JBLs I bought right after getting the Flip 5, which is pretty comparable to this one, except this one has a little bit better sound in the newer generation. You do get quite a bit of bass out of the dual passive radiators on each side that blow air all around, and in general it has really good 360 sound. You can stand behind it and it sounds just about as good as if you are in front of it, which is nice if you're at a party, you don't know where to put the speaker, you just put it somewhere. This is the smallest iteration of the JBL speakers that includes party boost mode, which allows you to link to other speakers in mono, so you can have multiple playing all around your house. The only thing is, if you want to do stereo between this and another JBL, you do need to have the same generation, so you'd need 2 Flip 6s. But if you just want to use party mode, you can use this with the Flip 5, the Charge 5, or the Xtreme 3, or pretty much any other speaker with the party boost mode. At IP67, this thing is ready to go camping with you. Because of its nice little Coke cylindrical size here, you can stick this in a water bottle pocket and it travels quite nicely, which I think for the size and the power of this speaker, this is a really good fit for a lot of people. The JBL Flip 6 here, I give a 9 out of 10 only because nothing gets a 10 out of 10 from me on the Danny scale. The JBL Charge 5. Getting into the bigger leagues here, this approximately football shaped speaker gives you 40 watts versus 30 watts in the Flip 6. So it does have a little bit more boom to it than the previous one, but it does come at a bit more of a cost and it's not quite as portable as the Flip 6. Probably the biggest thing about this speaker though is it's much more directional. So when you are listening to it, it definitely has a nice sweet spot in front, but it's not gonna have the same 360 effect as the Flip 6. And for that reason, I think it's a very different use case. A lot of people swear by this speaker and really love it, but it's honestly not my favorite just because I don't think you're getting that much more out of this than you are the Flip 6 for a very similar or if not more expensive price. Another bonus feature is that you can actually charge your cell phone on this if you want to, if you are that desperate and you are camping in the wilderness and you need some battery power. I'm giving the Charge 5 a 6 out of 10 for the sound, but if you're in the sweet spot, I give it a 9 out of 10. Do you need even more horsepower? Well, here is the JBL Xtreme 3 and its delightful camo pattern here. I really like this speaker, though it is quite a bit more expensive than the Charge 5 for what it offers. The difference is here in the Charge 5 is that you're getting a little bit more wattage, but also you get an aux cord in the back, so you can start playing your 3.5mm aux cable audio, which sounds a little bit better depending on what device you're using. And also, it has the ability to play in stereo. So instead of a down-mixed mono that the other lower speakers are playing, this one can actually do stereo. But to my ears, I don't really detect a huge difference. There's still not like a ton of separation in here for it, but the sound is nice. It's very good. However, I think that other brands might offer a better price for a little bit more performance, like the Soundcore Anchor Motion Boom Plus or the Marshall Kilburn 2. Nice speaker, kind of heavy though, doesn't really fit in the backpack very well. The JBL Xtreme 3 I give a 7 out of 10 on the Danny scale. This is the JBL Pulse. Yes, you are on. Not something I normally buy. I usually don't like light up speakers, but the Pulse is really popular and I see a lot of people using it. Instead of just being like light up LEDs, it sort of has like a more of a lava lamp feel. Also the build quality is very nice. It has like metal trim on the top tweeter here and the fit and finish is great. The thing about this speaker though is I listen to it and honestly, I just think it sounds kind of tinny. I really don't like the noise out of the speaker and I don't know if it's because it compromised so that it could create the light effect here, but for sound quality, I don't recommend this speaker. It can do party boost mode and link up to other ones, but I feel like this is more of a true party speaker where sound is not the most important thing, it's more about the environment you're creating. They aren't that cheap either. So I would say if you're looking for a light up speaker, there are other manufacturers out there that do really cool light up shows, not quite as cool as this, but have better sound. The Tribit Stormbox Blast has a little bit of a light show too, and it sounds a lot bigger than this for about the same price. I give the Pulse a perfect 10 out of 10 for its lights, but about a 5 out of 10 for the sound. This is the JBL Boombox 3 Wi-Fi edition. The Wi-Fi version allows you to connect to your Wi-Fi network and play higher fidelity audio out of it. It's got 24 hours of battery life, so it's gonna last you a very long time and you won't need to charge. And my God, it does have a lot of bass coming out of it. This would be a great campfire speaker, but just keep in mind, it's actually not a 360 speaker. It's very directional. So if you're taking it to your next block party, you want to put it up against a wall or something, which kind of for this price, I was hoping that it might have been more of a 360 speaker. I know some people swear by this speaker, and I've got to say that I think it's good, but I honestly would prefer to get a JBL Authentic series for this kind of serious money, instead of just kind of a big, giant football JBL shaped thing here. I give this thing about a 6 out of 10 on the Danny scale. So which speaker do I think is best from JBL? It's the JBL Flip 6. I really think this is the best value speaker. This is like one of my top 3 speakers in the size amongst the Bose Flex and the Marshall Emberton. And I just think this is a phenomenal speaker. This is what I would honestly recommend to you to get if you're looking for the best bang for your buck. If you want a little bit more volume, consider the Charge 3, but remember you're getting rid of that 360 sound. Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think I am totally wrong? Just say Danny in the comments. Danny, you are wrong. And I think this because of this. I like interacting with you guys and I like seeing your comments. I love, well, I don't like the mean ones, but the people who actually have something legitimate to say, I enjoy. So please leave those below. A JBL Gold Star to you for making it to the end. So I will see you later at the next video. So stay tuned and goodbye for now.